What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be reviewing the kayak that I got this past summer, which is a Pelican Sentinel 100 XP angler fishing kayak. So yeah, I'm just going to take you guys through the kayak itself, some features it has, and things that I've bought that I think have improved just how I use the kayak. So yeah, I originally had a fishing video planned where I was actually out on the kayak because it was like 55 degrees up here in Massachusetts, but couldn't get anything. But it was at least a nice day out on the water. But yeah, so I'm going to get right into this review. All right, so starting up here at the front of the boat, we have just a little bit of these bungee cord type things that are also at the back of the boat that I'll show you guys in a second. Really good for storage. It's better in the back because there's more space, but up here at the front, it's enough to just put some small stuff, small tackle boxes and whatnot. But it's still a nice addition in my opinion. Moving up here are these foot peg things where you can rest your feet on. And these are actually a lot more useful than I thought they were going to be when I first bought the boat. It actually makes fishing so much more comfortable because your feet don't have to just be like fully straight the whole time. With each different level, you can choose how you want to sit while you're fishing. And I think that makes a big difference. It's definitely very comfortable. Also on each side, you have these rails. And this lets you install some, if you want like some extra rod holders, you can install them there. I've seen people do like fish finder setups on these things. So, it's just cool that it's got, the ability to do that. I haven't done that yet with any of them, but I'll probably get at least one rod holder to put on the side here. But yeah, that's about everything for the front of the boat. All right, next up we've got the seat, which does come off the boat if you wanted to. It can lock in place, but for just traveling and stuff like that, since I put it down onto the roof of my car, it's just easier to take it off. So we have sort of just mesh seat, very comfortable. It's a little dirty right now from the last time I used it, but it's very comfortable. It's not too soft, so it doesn't feel like you're sinking back. But the only bad thing, it's a good seat. The only thing that I don't like personally too much is how far back it sits. I would prefer if it could sit right here. That would be perfect. Keep my back a little bit straighter. Because I don't like the feeling of leaning back too much when I'm fishing. But I have found a way past that, and I usually just shove my tackle box right about here, and it kind of keeps it in place. It's not the end of the world. It's more of just like a personal thing that I prefer. But the seat's comfortable. I mean, I've sat in it for like 3.5 hours straight, and it's been comfortable the whole time. And that's all that really matters. High quality too. The mesh feels really nice. And yeah, I like how it folds down and you can take it off. Just makes it really easy to go from your house to the pond. So yeah, that's the seat. It's good, great quality. All right, so now here at the back of the boat, so we have these two rod holders that come with it that are already there. I think these are great. You can put either your net, which I think if you have a kayak, you should have a net, just in case you get a fish that's a little bit bigger than you were expecting. So it could be easier to land. But yeah, I usually keep my net in the back there, as well as whatever extra rod I bring. I usually bring 2 rods with me out on the kayak, one that I'm actively using, and then one that I have sitting back here. But yeah, great rod holders. Only complaint sometimes is that they stick out a little bit too far on the side. So if you're going past any branches or something like that, you gotta be careful not to get them stuck. And then here is that storage I was talking about with the sort of bungees. Here, I'll move this out of the way so it's easier to see. You've got these bungee things here in the back that keep things locked down. And what I usually do is I put my tackle box like in the back right here, and then I'll have my smaller like bag usually tucked down beneath the bungees, something like that. And that just keeps it secure, so I don't have to worry about, you know, if the boat's rocking, I don't have to worry about that falling out or anything like that, which is really nice. So yeah, that's just about everything with the boat. You know, you've got your handle in the back to help you carry it. There's one just like that in the front that I didn't show you, but it does have, you know, just standard stuff like that. But yeah, overall, it's a great quality kayak. I have no personal complaints with it. I think it's a beautiful kayak, great material. Pelican always makes good kayaks from what I've seen. So if you're looking for a nice budget kayak, it's about $350. You can find it on sale too. I think it's a great pickup. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through some of the things that I bought that I think are a necessity with the kayak personally. So these two, this is a given, is your oars. I got these off Amazon for like 25, 30 bucks maybe, which is actually pretty cheap as far as you know, oars go. They do connect, so you can take them apart, make it easier to travel with them. It floats when it's put together. It floats, so if it falls off the side while you're catching a fish, you don't have to worry about that. And it does come with a lanyard if you want to keep it around your wrist. I personally don't, but if you want to, you definitely can. So yeah, I think these are, you know, great. It's a cheap set of oars, and I mean, it's all you can really ask for in a pair of oars. So yeah. So next up is how I transport the kayak, and it's called Hey Trip, and I got it off Amazon, about $55, which for a car mount is extremely cheap. And so the type of car I drive, which it's BMW Series 3, so it's flat roof, and you know, you don't really put trailer hitches on the back of them. So the way I transport my kayak is, it comes with two. I am only showing you guys one because there's no point taking out the other one. But you just throw this over the top, one in the front, one in the back. Goes through, you just go through the doors, tighten them up, throw the kayak on top. Comes with other latches that are basically the same as this rope. Throw those over, tighten them up, shut the doors, and you're all set. Pretty sturdy. There's a bit of a kind of a learning curve with them. Like, you gotta learn to like be able to pull them real tight, because if you don't, you might get a little bit of kayak movement. It does come with two separate like lanyard type things for the front of your car and the trunk. I usually don't use those because the ponds I go to are pretty close to my house. So the side ones are usually enough. But back when I first got them and I didn't know, like, if you don't put it in a certain way and tighten it up a certain amount, it'll move a little bit. And I had a little bit of movement, and that scared the hell out of me when I was driving. And I saw my kayak start shifting right. Gave me a literal heart attack in the middle of an interstate highway. But, you know, you live and you learn. And last up is this. It is a kind of a kayak cart type of thing. Opens up like that. It's got a little kickstand for when you're putting the kayak on there. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just put the kayak on there and, you know, you're all set to go. But it does also come with the strap, which you just throw over the top and tighten it. Without this thing, you can't really fish by yourself. I mean, you can if you're okay with leaving some stuff unattended down at the pond, because it's basically impossible to carry the kayak and all your fishing stuff at the same time. So this is great because you can just throw all your stuff in the kayak and put your kayak on top of this, and then you just push it down the trail, which is great because without it, I wouldn't be able to record videos by myself. I'd have to make sure someone else is with me to help me carry the kayak down the trail with all the stuff in it. So I got that for about $45 off Amazon. I think it's an essential personally, unless all the places you're fishing have like a loading spot, like right at the parking lot. But none of the places I fish have that. So it's basically me just walking down trails. And if you're doing that, then I highly suggest this. Yeah, so that's about everything that I bought for my kayak. I wanted to keep it like as cheap as possible because I of course have the other boat, which I like to, mod up and like put more money into that because it's a boat and, more people can fit on it and it's just more versatile. But I really like how the kayak is more of a, dump into whatever pond you want and you can just fish it. And I got it on sale for like $310. I know it retails for like $350. But yeah, I wanted to keep it as low budget as possible. And so for about $450 with everything included and stuff like that, I think that's relatively affordable for, getting out onto the water to fish. Because, if you want to get out onto the water, you're going to have to spend some money. And I think if you're going to spend some money, you want to spend it on stuff that, will last. And I do think Pelican, let's just shut off. I do think Pelican is a really good brand and they make quality stuff. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I got another video coming up. I just got some new seats for my boat. So I'm gonna do a video of me installing those and I'm gonna set up an anchor on there. So I'm gonna do that too, all in one video. So yeah, just keep on the lookout for that. And thank you guys for watching.